So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Can he finish? And he's let fly. Oh, a very decent attempt. Chooses to go crossfield. Shot could be... He's had a shot! And he's done it! What are you thinking about the goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
After 9 minutes is number 10.
It is a super start. So far, so very good.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Beckham. Looking for options for movement. Kagawa. He's got full. And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he hits the net. And Once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Number 26.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Can he get on the end of this? Pele, great chance! They've done it! And the comeback is complete!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
After 19 minutes is number 7, Pele.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Pele! Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he's going to have his name taken. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a really well-measured ball. It's a goal kick. Puyol. And here's Vitinha. Now, can they get him away? And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to think it through. And he's in on goal. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That's an imaginative pass.
There will be 3 minutes.
Vitinha with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. his good alertness. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about, and it's lofted through here. And he's gone looking for safety. Mbappe! And there is the half-time whistle. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Goes looking wide. Pinches it off him. And that's really well manoeuvred. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, super. Can he finish? It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And he has kicked it out somehow.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Cleared away. Has a shot!
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 3 coming up. And he's there to clear it. Mbappe shapes the shoot! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So now the difference is 3. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. O'Shea powering forward here. Nicely weighted ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's gone for goal! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Steaming on goalwards. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Decent chance! He's got a goal! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
The goal scorer after 88 minutes is number 14. Substitution on the field. Number 26, Kagawa. Number 10, Mbappe. Coming on the field, number 15, Guler. Number 20, Robert Lewandowski. Substitution in progress.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, just a consolation, or is... Oh, he's been caught napping!
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Throw in. Oh, this looks sharp. And they're quick to get it back. And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Please turn your attention
Well,
to the
from
screen
behind,
for
Jim, that is
information
some win,
provided
isn't
by
it?
the
This
local
has been a
police.
very composed response when...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Can he finish? And the ball, and back! Oh, it rattles the bar!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Shapes this! Oh, it's come off the upright. Mbappe demonstrating his defensive quality there. Now it's Adams. Now it's Adams. Now that's well seen too. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Billy Gilmore is someone, I think, who is underrated in terms of his ability on the ball. He's remarkably press resistant for someone of his size, and allows him to draw pressure in, which can free up other players around him. I think his decision making, his anticipation are very strong areas of his game, and I think the more experience he gains in that number 6 position will just take him on to the highest stages in the game.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. He's played it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Aims beyond the defence.
Well, at least they acknowledged the effort.
That's good running with the ball. Now it's McGinn. Tries to play it through. And the finish! O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That is a great pick out. He's onside. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that pass just didn't quite work. Scotland were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Now it's McGinn. He's in a great position here. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Nicely weighted ball. Great defending, strong and determined.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Koundé. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Brilliantly cut out. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, no joy this time. Gilmore. Adams. Koundé kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's beautifully weighted. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Adams. That's a sharp pass. And he's picked out the... And the shot! Superb from Pelé! He's got himself an absolute peach. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Scotland looking to pass their way through. Now it's Adams. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, there's a probing... Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Substitution for Scotland, number 10. Coming on the
Scotland
field
choosing to make the first change.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Mbappe. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Substitution for Scotland, number 19. Coming on to replace him is number 20.
McTominay. Oh, he's found support out wide. And here's the chance to counter. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. Shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And that brings up the century. Goal number 100 for one very special player.
The goal scorer after
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And yes, it's him again. Three 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Looking for a runner. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
There will be
Scotland
5 minutes
truly
added
seem
time.
to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out.
Mbappe! And he's done very well to deal with it. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substitution for Scotland. Number 7.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Is number 25.
Vitinha! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Chance! And somehow he kept it out.
Substitution.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
That's really well cleared. Chance for a shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Oh, taken with style. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge.
Number 20.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome.
Please take this
Pele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Takes the shot! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that. Might get it on target.
Brahim Diaz. Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence. And he shoots! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So, a breakthrough already. Ziyech. Robertson gets across to intercept that. Vitinha. He won't be happy with that one. Good running, strong and purposeful. Kagawa. This is it's Kagawa! And it's in! And he celebrates his 30th goal. And that really is so impressive.
The goal scorer after 16 minutes is number 26, Shinji Kagawa. Shinji Kagawa. Shinji Kagawa.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Good ball, good take. Shot, Brahim Diaz! They've won a corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. Kagawa gets into a good position. Now he's got space here. Pele gets flagged offside. Spread it left. Threads one in, skims one in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. More and more pressure on the ball here. He's found a way through. And the shot! That's another chance! Really well taken goal. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
After 34 minutes is number 8.
got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's bounced back off the post. And he thumps it clear. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. Here we go again then. Quality ball. He might be in here. He's having a go. And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. What a throw in. Tries to play it through. That has been cut short. Amrabat. And it's Diaz. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Vitinha. Tries from a long way out. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. With Ziyech. Mazraoui. Unahi looking up. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book. Amrabat. And this is Pele. Nice looking ball. It's Kagawa! Oh, that was no routine save.
Kagawa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitutions taking place.
This is their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. Morocco have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kagawa tries to pass it through. That is a brilliant interception. Ziyech. Unahi. Ziyech looking to run onto it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Brahim Diaz. He's got away. Puyol does really well to win the ball there. He can run onto that. And this is Pele.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Substitution in progress.
Morocco have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Mazraoui. Ajnu. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution on the field. Number 26, Kagawa. Coming on the field.
And here's
is
Vitinha.
Number 15.
Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. They get a throw in.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Brahim Diaz. And it's Ajnu. Mazraoui. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
This was all about tactics, Peter. A weakness in the central areas, both in defence and midfield, which is something we referred to before the game, and the manager was smart enough to make sure it was exploited.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's found a way through. Oh, well played.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both. Can he finish? Goal! Chile! And Chile are ahead! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
14.
Chile have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, it's just a little long. Deftly away. Chile have reclaimed it. 30 minutes gone. Looking for the run. That has not gone well. Chile looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And this is Vidal. Oh, that's a... He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Vidal. And this is Vargas. Ruben Diaz. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we're off again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Chile looking to pass their way through. Just eases him off the ball. That's an imaginative pass. He's in plenty of space here. Gonzalo Ramos. That is a jarring tackle, and a shot! Eduardo Vargas looking sharp there. Can he get it through? He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that was asking just too much of him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Decent chance! That's going to go a long way. Vidal wins the duel this time. He has found the way through. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Maripan. Chile finding their passes. A probing pass. And this is Ronaldo. That is good strength. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's been caught napping. They want to be... And he's following up! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And this is Vidal. He could be in here. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Vidal. Played down the flank. Spread neatly.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Number 14, number 15.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away.
Sanchez, number 22.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Vitinha! It's in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Number 17, Vitinha. Substitution.
So there's going to be another change here. All square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
And he's picked it up out wide. Joao Felix.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Neves. And what a finish that might have been.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Broadcast live on our club's FM station. Substitution for Chile, number 5, number 6.
Into extra time we go.
Number 2,
Portugal displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Looking for options for movement.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross in, looks like a good one. And that should get the job done. Look at this, and he shoots! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Chile go into the lead. Alexis Sanchez. Vidal. Goes looking wide. Gets into some space. Delivers the ball. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Extra time reaches half-time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Maripan. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Substitution in progress.
Maripan. And it's Vidal. Aimed beyond the defence. That is a great pick out. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's a sharp little ball here.
Portugal really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. And this is Ronaldo. And we're done. Portugal are beaten, and they are out. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Big chance and a chance! Goal, France! And that's got him off to a flyer!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Plays a sharp little ball here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Olise. Camavinga. Olise. Now that looks a decent ball. Gonzalo Ramos.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's through here. Now it's Ramos. Bruno, and the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Chouameni. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Olise has created one goal already. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Not the most accurate pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's picked his way through. Good-looking ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Tries a shot!
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Vitinha. Saliba kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Rabiot. Oh, good spread. Mbappe. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, that is one way to stop him. Ruben Dias does really well to win the ball there. Gonzalo Inacio. João Neves, can he get on the end of this? Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. João Neves is offering some... Can he finish? Oh, surely that deserved better.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Camavinga turns back here, probably the best option. And Koundé. Mbappe looking to add to his goal. And he's managed to get free. Played back in. That's great chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
France are and that is going to be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Portugal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Camavinga. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Upamecano. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga takes control of it and he's on the move. Olise, and he's being shifted off it. And it's Rabiot. Aimed beyond the defence. Looking here to chip it through. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Goes for a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their